Peace, top of the daybreak. The Alchemy of Aries season. Now, many people who are spiritual and are tapped in know this about what happened with Pisces this year. We knew it was going to be the change of the clocks and the closing of doors and the realignment of things. Mars is getting ready to usher in a whole bunch of things that need to crumble, be dismantled. It isn't going to be pretty because we play too much with Mars and the gates of Mars. We think Mars and fire energy is okay to be spent on sexual desires and war and lust and control. I mean, why do we continue to show up to use our energy in the way that many of the conquerors used it, which wasn't in a just way? Now, I've always loved fire seasons. I still love fire seasons. I do well in fire seasons. And this fire season this year, this calendar year, this revolution year of 2022, which is the 6th year, is going to make all of us analyze. We're going to analyze health, wealth, routines, what we're doing with our time, all of these things. But sadly, many of us still don't like to talk to one another about the things that we're facing. Now, we spend all this time talking about all these celebrities and these stars. When Aquarius is the guardian of the stars. So why do we continue to brag on the age of Aquarius when all we follow is a bunch of people that call themselves stars when we don't follow the proper stars in the skies? We got algorithms for a star named Algor, and I believe it's in Pegasus or one of them. If not, then, let me know where it's at, but I think it's Pegasus. Pegasus, Perseus, Hercules, that family, right? Our algorithms are jacked up. You have plenty of people saying they're spiritualists, but they're getting caught up in the madness of the era that's going on. Because right now, Aquarius holds the highest octave of the moon at the MC. Leo holds the IC. Taurus has the north node. Scorpio has the south. And there's all this fire at the bottom that's igniting Earth. Earth now. Your body, yourself, the planet, everything. Look at our resources. Look at everything right now. But all we have time to talk about is people getting their karma. That's a download. That's going to happen anyway. That's like, you know what goes up must come down. So if all we're setting up is a bunch of negativity, what do you think is coming down? So why do people always brag on their downloads when they're really not downloads, they're uploads? Okay? We're not downloading. We're uploading. We do more uploading in today's society than we do downloading. So why do we still call them downloads? Many of us don't even know how to download something and then turn around and upload it again. Or upload something, download it, and upload it again. We don't know direction. And right now there's the direction of the downloads and uploads going on at the same exact time because it's the gates of Mars. The highest and the lowest, up and down. It's direction. It's balancing. It's 2. It's Libra. It's 7. It's all these numbers that are running. But we still have to master 5, which is chaos. But we're not doing very well with applying our 7 to our 5 because we don't know where divinity lies, because we don't want to release the stories that they told us about certain words and certain things. So how do you expect fire to move correctly and ignite the furnace up and pull the fire up to help the masculine component, protective component, be better than what it is, and to help the feminine component to feel safer and stronger? The feminine components are the waters and the earth. Masculine components are air and fire down here on this plane. But it switches in a higher scope. Because it's different down here. Time is different up there than it is down here. The alchemy of Aries season. And finding the moons is going to be a time and a task for people. So make sure you check them yourself, because many people are picking up on it. The times are still the same, and they're not. Many people are going to predict a Libra new moon, and it ain't. Because the clocks changed and have been changing for the past 3 to 4 years. And I know this because my personal cycle keeps syncing to it. And it's off by anywhere from 30 to 60 days. It's resynced. So I don't know what people are doing with the energy while they're talking about their spiritualists, divinators, and all this other stuff. Because all I keep seeing is dismantling and dust and smoke and all these things that are coming in. That frightened me. I will literally wake up out of my sleep crying and write. Because what I see isn't anything pretty. Nothing. And there's nothing that I can do to impede with what's coming down, because it's ordered. We do all this talking about everything that's going on. And if you notice that there are certain timelines where they don't honor certain deities, certain planets, and certain things like this, there are 3 planets in specific, and certain planets and certain alignments they don't honor: Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. And it's because what they did was stalled time, stalled our Mercury, our Venus, and our Mars, so that they could manipulate it again. So what are you going to do? Because right now, the Earth and the planet that we live on is going through what many of us know as a dark night of the soul, or as I call it, a rebirth and a resurrection. She's not happy with us because we followed a bunch of men that took everything from her and charged us for it. When who gave them the right to charge for anything that came from Earth? They got control of Earth when we left the fields because we trusted them. So we left Earth up for grabs. Now, what are we going to do when it comes to our life, our work, our routines, in a way that we protect things? Because we're getting ready to throw it off again. And many of us, from what I see, are picking up on what people said in the 60s. That's the Leo generation, the baby boomers. Now, why do we keep picking up on what Leo communicated over 40 to 60 years plus? And we still can't figure this out? It's up to us about how we see age. And if you see age as something negative, you're completely getting ready to throw off the governor of age known as Saturn. Saturn gives us age, wisdom, depth, perception, discipline, foresight, hindsight, and all of these things. But what are you doing with the gifts that Saturn gives you? Because Saturn's going to test you, and Saturn doesn't like undisciplined, lazy, farmers. Okay? I showed somebody an almanac today at work, and they've been writing that almanac since the 1700s. The 1700s now. My favorite astronomer has and always will be Benjamin Banneker, descendant of Ethiopia, and mapped plenty of the lands here in the Americas, and gave us the cuckoo clock, and tracked an eclipse. Back in the late 1700s, 1800s, that nobody gave him credit for. So when I'm able to afford the programs that I want to get to clock the times. I'm using his date to start my clocks because I love Benjamin Banneker. He keeps trying to get us to get back out into nature. Will we do it or no? I love you, Aries. Help me to help you ascend.